Do you ever find yourself thinking about who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman? Hi, I'm James Gavsey, and on the Who Would Win show, me and my co-host Ray ignore anything important happening in the outside world and debate fictional battles between characters from comics, movies, and video games.
We got a new show every week, and almost always am I the winner.
Yeah, not true, Ray.
In the past, we've discussed such matches as Captain America versus Darth Vader, Solid Snake versus the Iron Giant, classic matchups like RoboCop versus Terminator, and even the Muppets versus Sesame Street.
That one was crazy. So if you're a fan of geek culture and love a spirited debate, check out the Who Would Win show wherever you get your podcasts, or check us out at whowouldwinshow.com.
Welcome in. Hello. Here I am again, yelling at the top of my lungs. Welcome to the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. And welcome back. Finished up another edition of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast last night, and I don't know. It's just kind of like an overall vibe of silly that just makes me smile. Enjoyed my time. We pissed Kenny off because we made fun of Ted Lasso. He ended up actually saying "fuck you" and walked out. Linda got beat up pretty well too, but all she did was gave us the finger. We talked a lot about about what we are able to do, what we will be able to do with AI technology, and that led to, oh my God, just the realm of possibilities. It's like I have been waiting here in the troll zone, waiting for AI technology to be to a point where I can then create anyone's voice from right here in the Fear Bunker studio and do, wow, just some amazing things. I know that's all vague and dumb, but you got to go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon to listen to us go over the possibilities of what we can do surrounding that. Very fun. Speaking of that, Chris was there. Chris in beautiful Buffalo. I received some correspondence from Chris that he has made an intro for the Who Are These Zanes show. And I'm going to play that for you. Very excited with this. This is what Chris made.
Rock FM. T93 with.
I don't know why it stopped. Let's start over. Now it's not playing at all. Well, that's unexpected. It started and then it stopped.
Rock FM. T93 with Mellencamp. Give us a call and you're the winner.
Eric and Brian on the Eagle with Foreigner.
I'm Billy from WIMZ in Knoxville, Tennessee. How are you?
The Eric Zai tuning. You're rocking with the Tune Man. I'm Eric Z in the chair with you once again.
These Zanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now there's a lot going on there. You can hear, I like how in the background when all those stupid clips of me, you can hear like the sound of a old school radio tuning, similar to what I do whenever we go through around the radio, and then just all those different clips with, oh God, all the different names I give for myself. One more time.
Rock FM. T93 with Mellencamp. Give us a call and you're the winner.
Eric and Brian on the Eagle with Foreigner.
I'm Billy from WIMZ in Knoxville, Tennessee. How are you?
The Eric Zai tuning. You're rocking with the Tune Man. I'm Eric Z in the chair with you once again.
These Zanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Known as Easy Dickhead Laugh. Thank you, Chris. Chris was like, oh, man, it's going to stink. I don't know if you're going to like it. No, I love it. Hello to Brandis. Glad you're back. You weren't able to include, though, the granddaddy of them all from City of Warren. 2 hours. 8.
Tension in the city of Warren.
10 p.m.
This is Easy on 89.1 WPHS. We're going to tear it up. The favorite songs
From your favorite artists. 8.
We've got 2 hours.
8 till 10 p.m. I'm going to want to hear those phone calls. 751 FM 89 is the number.
Let's hear your suggestions.
Let's hear your suggestions.
Let's start it off right away with Run DMC, Together Forever.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2, and I say.
God, I want to listen to that right now. I love Run DMC so much. 751 FM 89. You'll talk to the main man.
That was LL Cool J on 89.1 WPHS. It's 20 past the hour of 8 in the city of Warren. I want to see those phone lines lighting up at 751 FM 89. You ask for Easy Rhyme, you talk to the main man.
You talk to the
DJ
main
Jazzy
man.
Jeff and the Fresh Prince right here on 89.1 WPHS.
God damn, that's just so fucking great. You'll talk to the main man.
89.1 WPHS. That was MC Shy
Got
D.
all
Before
fucked
that,
up.
we had Run DMC, Together Forever.
Together forever.
We're going to keep it going with my main man, LL Cool
A lot
J.
of main men here.
I'm bad.
Hey.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
We're back after a long departure. Two months to be exact.
2 Live Crew on 89.1 WPHS, your one and only rap station in the city of Warren. We're back after a long departure, 3.5 months to be exact.
3.5 months, okay.
We're going to keep it going with Heavy D and the boys. 89.1 WPHS with the Public Enemy.
I always get tripped up or pauses at weird, inopportune times.
We're going to keep it right here with Gonna Get Yours. That was 2 in a row by the Beastie Boys. Rock Hard and She's On It. Now here's Public Enemy.
Great song, man. In this corner with a 98, subject of suckers, object of hate. Who's the one some think is great? I'm that one! Son of a gun! Hang on, Zenith. All right. Sorry, O'Neill. All right. Sorry. I lost my shit there. Public Enemy will do that with the Public Enemy. Your one and only rap station in the city of Warren. Tyler says, I hear Tim Meadows' character, the ladies' man. Every time I hear that clip, I'm going to want to hear your suggestions. No, it's true. Kenny says, did you relocate the Zenith that you're bashing? No, it's in this little shelving unit that holds the monitor. And I figured out that I don't need to directly smash the equipment. If I just smash the equipment or the furniture that it's in, it will usually do the trick. So that's just stupid. Thank you, Chris. That was a lot of fun. See, look at that. You made that for me, and all of a sudden we got virtually 10 minutes in the books of fun. Well, anyway, I digress. Chris was part of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast yesterday, as were a number of you. When I say number, I mean nearly a dozen. And that's what that makes me happy. If you ever want to be part of it, you need to be part of Patreon. patreon.com/Eric Zane. Yesterday, this is the period of time when in our house, you got to take the snow tires off. And I probably should have done this like 2 weeks ago. Snow tires off of the cars. It's a pain in the ass. Has to be done, though. Stand by. If you drive around in those things any more than 40 degrees, you wear them out really fast because they're soft. So you got to take them off. Now, I got this down. This is the least stressful way to do this is Discount Tire. They've been doing this forever. This is a pre-plug to them. They're awesome over there. You go to their app. You put in a time that you're going to be there. Like you make an appointment. And it says, what do you want done? New tires, seasonal tire change. I hit seasonal tire change. And that's it. Pick the time that's available. 2:45. Now, anyone who has any brain whatsoever knows that these guys are run ragged. All you got to do is see how much they're going from the garage where all the tire changes are taking place to out in the parking lot to meet with customers and assess the tread, make sure that the tire that they're taking off is still good or whether or not they even need the new tires. And then they're working the register. And they're always super nice and pleasant. I've been going here for years. And I've always had a good experience. And I continue to I had a great experience yesterday. However, this is the story of this cock who was there in the waiting room. And I shit you not. I walked into there, and this is what I saw. A little old lady waiting patiently. A lady wearing a T-shirt. Well, she had two kids in one stroller, one of those double-decker strollers, and she's wearing one of those T-shirts that supports that cop in Grand Rapids who murdered that black guy last year. Oh, my God. Chris Sure support team or something like that. I was like, God damn, man, you're a dumb bitch. The fuck is wrong with you, you stupid ass? I didn't say shit. He's like, no, I don't want to talk to this. I don't even want to talk to you. This has nothing to do with her, though. She was fine, other than a stupid shirt she's wearing. And right away, I walk in, and I see this dude sitting there. Looks to be about 60. Has a grumpy-ass look on his face. And right away, I'm not kidding. I will hand to God. My spider sense started tingling that this is a cock. This is an asshole. No one at the cash registers or where you log in. I'm there for my appointment. It's 2:45. I'm on time. The employees are doing their usual thing. And you just wait. You wait, and then they come walking up there. They do little keystrokes. They look up at you. How can I help you? It's just like the bank. No big deal. Now, if you have any sense whatsoever, you know that when you drop off your car, at the bare minimum, if you're doing what I'm doing, and he was doing something similar, you drop it off, and then if they immediately start working on it, you're going to be there for a significant amount of time, at least an hour. So what you do is you have someone pick you up, or you come with another person, so you can go, and then they send you a text, hey, it's ready. Because as it goes, the day gets backed up, and they can only do so much. And then, yes, you have an appointment, and that's good. That does give you priority, but there's still some waiting that's involved. Everybody knows that. That is intrinsic. But this fuck, I think he thought that if he gets his car there at 2:15 and he's there, it should be like, oh, roll out the red carpet. Oh, my God, let's get you started right away. Now, I only say that because of what he did at 2:45 when I got there. So I'm waiting there, little old lady with a cane, dumb bitch wearing T-shirt, and grumpy Gus. I'm looking at my phone, and just before the guy comes and says, hey, can I help you? And I walk up. Just before that, this dude waits for one of the employees to go over to like where they would to do what they're going to do with me. And he sees him, and he gets up, and he goes, hey, I need my key. And the guy goes, okay. He goes, I'm leaving. He goes, I got here at 2:15, and it's 2:45 now, and you haven't even started on it. Give me my key. Super rude. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And right away, the alarms are going off that are saying, shut up, Eric, shut up. Shut your mouth. Don't say shit. Because all I want to do is fuck with this guy. Worker gets the key, gives it to him, snatches it, and then he's going to make some big fucking Kenny Powers proclamation. Get me paid, bitch, as he's walking out. And he announces to old lady, a chick who supports Murder Cop, and me as he walks by me. He goes, good luck, everybody. Good luck. He gets in his old ass shit pile Malibu and peels out. And right away, I wanted to just say, hey, they're fine with me. I love these guys. It's patience. You must understand. In industries like that, you have to have patience or you will not get what you want. And you got to think it through, you fucking moron. Of course, in that type of industry, there's going to be some wait. What are you going to do? Fucking force your way in and say, work on my shit. What a dick. Ryan says, oh, an entitled fuck. Kenny offers the advice. You need to go there at 8 a.m. when they open if you want that immediate service. True. As it turns out, after that moment at 2:45, it wasn't much longer after that when they sent me a text and said, you're done. Come get it. And I had shit to do. So I got there, but a couple hours later, Jackie picked me up whenever they got the car, and that's it. Kenny, with more wisdom, some days are busier than others, and you should plan accordingly, which is why I go when they open. You see, Kenny, that's brilliant. That's one way to do it. If you want it done immediately, you can do that, or you can do it like if you have the luxury of someone getting you to and fro, and then you do it that way. But you don't sit there and have a GD temper tantrum, you asshole. What the fuck? Then I got a phone call from him, and on this car, this old Civic, the guy starts talking, and this is before it gets done. He goes, hey, we got a problem. One of your studs broke, and blah, 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 blah. And I go, oh, wait a minute. What's a stud? And he pauses. He goes, I'm like, I don't know what that is. Okay, sir. When we put the tire on, like, you know, where it goes, those 5 things that come through the wheel, and then you put the lugs on. I go, yeah. Each one of those is a stud. Oh, I didn't know that's what they call it. I just thought they called it like a thing. No. Amanda says, even I know what that is. So one of the studs is broken. And he goes, yeah, this is what you do. I'm going to lock it all in there with the 4 that you still have. Get it to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. I said, will do. I ended up calling those folks up. They're going to take care of it. It's all good. All good. Jackie gets a car. I explained to her, I go, this thing has to get fixed. And then I gave her the keys, and later on that day, I go, what are you going to do tomorrow? What do you mean? You got to call Irvine's. So I'm just concerned about the wheel fucking falling off. They said, but I did get confirmation from my friends at Irvine's that you're going to be okay. But get it in there. Ryan says he didn't know that thing was called a stud. Then he adds the amount of things I learned on the Big Fraud Zane's show. Amanda says if the guy was smart and you asked what's a stud, he should have said you're talking to one. Holy crap. Kenny adds they replaced, when he was at Kenny's latest discount tire experience, they replaced all 4 tires and put the spare away nice and neatly, and it only took them 40 minutes when they told us it was going to take about an hour and a half. Discount tire is awesome. Fuck that entitled prick. I've had nothing but good experiences with them. All right. Information. Everybody wants to go see Taylor Swift. Jesus. Completely different topic. There is a fundraiser going on a week from tomorrow with my friends from Harbor Humane in West Michigan. This is the place where they take in all the animals, and then foster families take care of the animals, and then the animals get adopted. And a fantastic place. I've spoken with Allison many times on the show. Harbor Humane is giving away Taylor Swift tickets. They're actually raffling them off. And it's part of an event that they have. I promised Allison I would talk about it a week from tomorrow. Yeah, Taylor Swift, that's like the most incredible ticket to get right now. I mean, people are killing each other over. Thousands have died over Taylor Swift tickets. It's true. If Jesus came back to life and he decided to make a supergroup and he got the best musicians together, so lead singer Jesus and Hitler was on drums. He came back to life. Charles Manson was the lead guitarist. And Rick James on bass. If they were all resurrected and going on tour, more people would want to see Taylor Swift than they would want to see Jesus, Rick James, Charles Manson, and Hitler. Now, that would be a supergroup. I don't know if Hitler has any musical ability whatsoever. I know Rick James, obviously, was a terrific bass player and singer. And Charles Manson was a wonderful musician. I don't know if you know that. He'd write and he'd sing and murder people. That's all he would do. He'd wake up, he'd write a song, sing it, and then go kill someone. And Jesus, he would have the best musical ability because he's Jesus. Kenny says Hitler is too busy getting pineapples shoved up his ass in hell. We don't know if he's in hell. We don't know anything. We can just assume. I mean, he definitely did some bad things. It would take a lot of, he says that's a Little Nicky reference. I get you. I didn't see that stupid movie. Fuck that shit. Rick James was also known to grind his feet in other people's couches. Fuck your couch, N-word. All right. Well, anyway. Harbor Humane writes on their Facebook poach. Jesus, what is wrong with me? God damn it. While you may not have survived the Great War of Ticketmaster, we've got your chance to be bejeweled for an event of the eras. You see, they're using all the Taylor Swift references. We've got so many blank spaces on some tickets that you need to speak now for so you don't miss your chance. Have you had your epiphany of what we're getting at yet? That's right. T-Swift tickets. We've got 2, and you've got a chance to call them your own. Taylor Swift, 2 tickets, Chicago Soldier Field, June 3rd. 2023. We're raffling them off. We're raffling them off leading up to and at our Harbor Humane Society fundraiser at Park Theater on May 26th. $25 each, or $5 for $100. All cash raised goes directly to caring for our homeless pets. You do not have to be present to claim. Trust us, get yours now. You'll be saying, would've, could've, should've, if you don't get them now. Get your chance at T-Swift here or see us in person at the shelter. Then, ready for it, join us May 26th at Park Theater for what is guaranteed to be a blast of time, raising critical funds for our shelter pets. At Muscleman_music_CO will be spinning beats of all the eras too, with even more raffles to be won, drinks and apps, dancing, photo booth, and puppies, of course. This is the Harbor Secondhand Prom for Secondhand Pets event. All right. Here is a link if you want to get started on this. For your consideration. All right. So, if you want in on that, click on it. All the details are there. Great job to everybody at Harbor Humane. Wasn't there a deal where somebody was throwing puppies over a fence? Wasn't that a story recently? I might have to save that. I don't think it was Harbor Humane. Puppies dropped over fence. Yeah, they're... Oh, fuck.
How can you sleep on such a firm
So
setting?
ridiculous.
Yeah. Mine is almost the same.
Actually, we'll cover this.
Almost is.
Get bad. And here we go. Audio check. Video check. Yeah, some guy showed up to this shelter called Noah Project, and he's got all these puppies, and he's throwing them over the fence like fucking hand grenades. It's so fucked up.
Tonight, a Muskegon County couple admits they're responsible for leaving 6 puppies outside the Noah Project animal shelter in Muskegon. 13 on your side's Micah Chose.
What are you doing? Why are you admitting this shit? They pulled up, they were throwing the puppies over the fence, and then the story caught fire as they're trying to find out who did this, and they go, we did it. It's like, no, you don't tell everybody you did it. You just
spoke with them about the backlash, even hate mail they're receiving.
Well, yeah.
Juliet, they told me they want to share their side of the story, that there's a
look at those puppies.
Reason for why they did.
I don't think they could have thrown them like a hand grenade. They'd have to throw them over like you're inbounding a soccer ball.
What they did.
Said, let's take them to Noah.
Look at these losers. She has no teeth. This fucking meth head. Wait a minute. I don't know if these are the people who threw them over the fence. These might be the workers. Oh, shit.
Project, I don't want them at the house. They cannot be here right now. So that's where we took them.
No, it is these are the losers. Thank God. I was afraid that these were the workers at the Noah Project, and I'm calling her a toothless bitch and this guy a meth head, which they are. But no, these are the ones who owned the dogs and threw them over the fence.
Kuipers and Annette Homley say they're the couple who has sparked outrage across social media over the past week, dropping 6 puppies off at the Noah Project on the night of May 2nd. Homley
oh, shit. Okay. I guess they have a lot of... This idiot's holding a duck. They're doing the interview in front of a rooster.
20 birds, such as ducks and chickens, at her home. That night, when she came home from work, she found 3 of her birds dead, with about half of them injured. She says that was the moment that she knew the puppies needed to go somewhere else.
But I was so traumatized by what I was seeing that I just wanted them gone, and I thought that we were doing the right thing by bringing them to a no-kill shelter.
According to Homley,
what a fucking fool. Her idea of doing the right thing with these dogs that injured her chicken or whatever. Her idea of the right thing is to hurl them over the fence. It's like you almost did the right thing, But the reason why you didn't is because you are a stupid person. All right? You're a stupid individual.
Her two other fully grown dogs broke into her garage and had attacked the birds. That's when she says she and Kuipers made the decision to drive the puppies to the Noah Project.
I got a hold of him. He couldn't understand a word I was saying on the phone.
Okay. Now, she's not that old, but she sounds like she's 1,000. That's what meth does to you.
I didn't even know the extent of what I was seeing. And
you suck a big black dick because I know you want to.
I've never seen that. I was traumatized. It was the most dramatic thing I think I've ever been through in my life.
This Facebook post from the Noah Project on the day after the puppies were left at the shelter says the owners threw them over the fence. Kuipers, who takes responsibility for dropping the puppies off, says he wouldn't do something like that.
It's not what people are making it out to be. You know, those puppies.
Yes, it is. It is what it is. The video showed you fucking moron, with your pomade hair, throwing them over the fence.
After I dropped them, had maybe at the max 12 inches.
Kuipers and Homley say this incident has been difficult on them.
We just want all the slander stuff. That's it. We're not bad people.
We didn't want our dead.
We don't want our kids having death threats. And have to worry about this for the rest of the time that we live in Muskegon.
The Noah Project has been posting frequent updates about the puppies.
Couldn't you wait till the morning, though, to take the puppies over there? How do you not follow along with this?
And is asking for donations to help with their care. We have repeatedly reached out to the Noah Project for comment, but they say they are not available until tomorrow. The couple also told me tonight that they have been in contact with the Fruitport Police Department. Juliet.
Thank you, Micah.
Today, people will leave for work, school, or just to have fun.
That's nice. All right. Well, okay. I agree. Probably no malicious intent, but absolutely stupid. Kenny says, I'm sure the puppies just wanted to play dumb pussy ass chickens, LOL. What? Kyler writes, isn't this better than the side of the highway, though? Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not kidding. Flu says that rooster behind them has been molested, guaranteed. Who the fuck would throw a puppy anywhere? Maureen says, I hate people and calls them fucking assholes. You know, this is very near and dear to Maureen's heart. By the way, there was a moment on yesterday's Ben and Eric Patreon podcast when Maureen was describing what happened to her most recent foster, the dog. The dog was shot by some dude. Now, the person who owned the dog didn't shoot the dog, but the dude definitely his elevator didn't go to the top when it came to animal care. At least I don't think the guy shot the dog. Dog's getting operated on today, and it will be okay. Dog is in Maureen's care right now. And if you know any of the history of Maureen in recent weeks, being that she hates people who mistreat animals, and who wouldn't, I asked her a very important question about what she thought about this whole situation, and it led to some real hilarity that you probably would only get if you've seen recent episodes of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. It was probably the funniest moment of the entire show. It was one of the funnier things I've ever seen or heard. I hope I'm not ruining it if you don't get the context, but it actually wouldn't work if you didn't know the actual context of the question that I asked her. All right. Yeah, last name of idiot who threw the dog over the fence was Kuipers. We have a couple Kuipers who listen. I wonder if that shithead is related to two of our Kuipers, Tim and Cutie Patootie Kevin. By the way, Tim informed me that his little buddy is starting to feel a little better. His son, Zeke. That was a scary situation for them. I'm glad that is turning around. All right. Thank you to Nick, who sent that story along. Not Lonely Nick, but a different Nick. Not Arena Nick. After I informed Chris, who made the intro, that because he was afraid that it was going to suck, I said, no, it's fucking great, man. I thank you. I'm definitely going to play it. Definitely going to use it. He says, cool. I've always had an interest in radio and shit. Rock on, my friend. Chris, you are a noble saint. Thank you. Okay, so that's amazing. And that's where I'm going to separate the Twitch audience from the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube audience. Thank you for enjoying the show. Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Twitter @Eric Zane Show, or YouTube, Eric Zane Show. I appreciate that. But the full show is on Twitch. I kind of make it available for you so you can get an idea of what we're doing in case you're not aware. And then, oh, okay, I guess he's exclusively for the rest on Twitch. And that's exactly right. It's just a better platform for your old pal EZ. So this is what you do. Either on your phone, your mobile device, download the Twitch app. And then search Eric Zane Live, all one word. Give yourself a username, and off you go. Follow me so that you know when I go live. Link up your, and this is very important, link up your Amazon Prime account to Twitch if you have it. Once that is done, you then hit the subscribe button. And you have to do that each month. The reason why that's important, because if you don't subscribe, so follow and subscribe, two different things. If you subscribe, you won't get inundated with like 7 commercials at inopportune times. Twitch does that. But you can bypass all that shit by linking up your Amazon Prime account and skipping the commercials. It's up to you. Either way, it's free. Or if you don't have an Amazon Prime account, you actually can pay if you choose. I don't really stress that because, you know, I feel bad already asking you for money as much as I do. But that is available. But the only thing that I really push hard would be Patreon. Everything else gets a mention here and there. But Patreon, being that there's so much material that's up there and the amount of work I put in it, I push that one pretty hard. So anyway, there you go. Now, of course, you can email me whatever you want, eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. Thank you to Shoreliner Striping for being a sponsor for as long as they have. And the audio podcast, what I'm doing right now becomes the audio podcast. If you could, whether you listen to it or not, subscribe to the audio podcast on your favorite platform. That gives your old pal EZ an internet point and a few shekels every time you download it. So thank you. And there you go. The podcast is available shortly after I finish this live stream. So that is going to do it for Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Have a great day. Heads up, I will not be live tomorrow. I have not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast going on, which I will post. It is already scheduled and posted. Imagine that. You can do things. You can work ahead. And then I have a special Patreon for you tomorrow titled Something to Listen to While I'm Away, the Friday, May 19th edition of that. It's a 3-hour show. You're going to love it. Thank you for listening to this or watching. All right. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Thank you very much. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And you can follow me on those 2 platforms and YouTube as well. Just to kind of help the show, support the show, retweet my shit, share my shit. I appreciate it. Okay. Charles Barkley on Ja Morant. Morant? This is the basketball player for the Memphis Grizzlies who is just an absolute beast. The things that this guy has accomplished. I mean, he is a superstar, but I think he's becoming more known for his off-the-court shit than his on-the-court shit. He's 19. He has a $200 million contract that he signed recently. All of it guaranteed. He's that good. You know, during the basketball season, he was caught online like waving a gun or some shit like that, a pistol. And, oh, man, everybody got pissed off. He ended up having to be, I think he served a total of an 8-game suspension. And then he had to like go on an apology tour and say, I'm so sorry. I need to make better decisions. And then a little bit of time passed. And then he did the fucking thing again. He's partying with his friends. And they're like, fuck yeah, man. And they turned the phone on him. He's got another gun on. It's like, yeah, fuck yes. He had his finger off the trigger, though. So everybody's killing this guy. And they're beating him up because he's waving a gun around. Now, some people have said, yeah, he didn't do anything illegal at the time. And I don't know the particulars. He may have a pistol permit. Okay? And so I'm not going to assume anything on this story. All I know is that a lot of people were killing him for being in another video waving a pistol around so soon after, like weeks, so soon after the last incident. One of my favorite people to listen to in the world is Charles Barkley. And he had some thoughts on this. Audio check, video check. Here is Sir Charles.
First of all, I got to say something, man. We got some idiots, some fools.
Oh, I'm sorry. A little bit more context. He's going to start by indicting the people who were saying, leave Ja alone. If he wants, he can wave a gun around. He didn't do anything wrong. You know, shit like that. That's where he's going to start on.
Well, first of all, I got to say something, man. We got some idiots, some fools, some jackasses on television that really just piss me off. Talking about Ja should make a stand saying he didn't break any laws. He didn't do anything wrong. We're in a state where you can carry your gun. Those guys are just freaking idiots. And I only said freaking because y'all won't let me say what I want to say. It pisses me off when I hear guys say that, yo, man, when you're making $100 million a year to play sports, your life changes. There are certain rules and regulations you have to live by, plain and simple. You can't do stupid stuff. That's the trade-off. Now, if you want to do all that stuff and give all that money back, more power to you. You can make that stand. Say, you know what, I want to do what I want to do. I want to flash my gun and make videos and do things. Okay, that's fine. But you can't make money on the NBA doing this stuff.
He's referring to, like, image, and the league wants athletes who aren't doing that, I'm assuming.
I just hope that he grows up and realizes, like, yo, man, first of all, you're not a thug. You're not a criminal. You're not a crook. You're a guy making $100 million a year to dribble a $200 million to dribble a stupid basketball.
Shaq.
And you hit the lottery. We all hit the lottery to do something. There's people out there work 9 to 5, 8 and 9 hours a week, gonna make $25,000 a year. They will kill to be in our situation. And, you know, Kenny's right. At some point, it's not your friends. Bill Parcells used to always say, and I love it, he says, yo, man, you just an unlucky dude. Bad stuff happen around you all the time. You just an unlucky dude. No, man. You got to look in the mirror and say, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem. And it's disappointing because the kid's a great player, but to be a fool already, then be a bigger fool a couple months later, and this is like your 5th or 6th gun thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought it was 2. Holy shit.
And like I say, hey, I'm a gun guy. But I don't understand why you're flashing it. My bodyguard teaches me, man, if you touch your gun, you better shoot somebody. It ain't for everybody to know you got. And he riding around with, I guess he think he with Anquan Fuqua and Steven Spielberg, you got your friends.
I don't know what the fuck that means there, but I love what Charles is saying. Yeah, don't touch your fucking pistol. I can't remember the last time my pistol came out of the holster was to clean the fucking thing. That's the only time my pistol comes out of the holster is when I clean it or when I shoot it up north. That's it. Motherfuck. He's right. Charles makes so much sense. That quote he wrote, if you touch your gun, you better shoot somebody. Kyler says, did you see his apology letter? I didn't know there was one. Let me look that up, buddy. Ja Morant latest apology letter. Mm-hmm. I see a story. Shannon Sharp mocks Ja Morant apology with Chat GPT claim after the gun video. The AI technology where you just tell it what to do, and it will it'll do it for you. In fact, I'm going to go right to Shannon talking about that. Thank you for the tip, by the way.
Commissioner Silver seemed genuinely hurt.
Agreed.
The Knicks again not finding any luck on lottery night. The Dallas Mavericks
That's weird.
10th pick in the 2023.
Shut up.
Ago.
Yep.
And he said he was trying to help him understand by the ramifications about what he's doing and the harm not only that he's causing himself, but he's causing the product, the NBA.
Yep.
He said, you're one of the faces of the league. Gun violence is a problem, especially in our community.
Yep.
And so he's like, imagine what could have happened. And, you take everybody else out, that didn't happen. But Commissioner Silver is trying to give him the worst case scenario.
Remember early in the year when Shannon, who's one of the strongest people on the planet, almost got in a fight with Ja and his dad at the basketball game? He goes, you don't want any of this smoke.
You could have hurt someone. You could have maimed someone. You could have hurt yourself. So I need you to understand the seriousness or the gravity of what you're doing. Skip, Ja's apology. I know I've disappointed a lot of people who supported me. This is a journey, and I recognize there's more work to do. My words may not mean much right now, but I take full accountability for my actions, and I'm committed to continue to work on myself. Skip, that's not how Skip, I don't know if you've ever heard of Chat GPT.
I do know what it is.
But they've been explaining it to me. You could say, write me a love letter to Ernestine. And guess what, Skip? Skip, you did this. But see, you can pass it off because you were
I want him to yell thuffer and fuckatash.
English major. So anything. And
I know, but I couldn't because I have a style to me. And if I sent it to her, she'd say, you didn't like this.
That's not the way you talk.
That is correct.
Skip, it's an AI generated. So unless it's, job must be the most.
He's always like going,
million to one coincidence or
no, a billion.
Okay, billion.
That John's statement is verbatim
you're
to
right.
that statement.
I agree.
In order for an apology, an apology is it needs to be sincere and it needs to be in your words. Because even when people give you things, Skip, when they give you statements, some of the wording needs to be in some things that you will say. It can't be all by a PR team or people going to say that's disingenuous.
Yeah.
And because John doesn't talk like this, everybody's looking like, what? And so you know the internet full of detectives.
You don't Skip.
I mean, boy, look here. I don't know how there's any crime in America, but they better not put it on the internet because the internet's going to figure it out. Just like they saw that underneath Skip, the San Antonio Spurs thing. They looking up under there. Skip.
Man, if they ever do a remake of The Green Mile.
Skip, he hurt. They're going to drop the hammer on him. Skip, I wish I could say, Skip, I think he's going to get 16 games, 24 games. Skip, they're going to punish him because he didn't learn his lesson. He couldn't even wait 2 months before he did something like, Skip, okay, you want go to the gun range. But I'm just trying to figure out the need, the obsession to let the world see that you told. That's what I said. I need somebody to explain that to me.
But you know why. You want to show that you're, as you always say, I'm about that life.
Man, look
right?
here, man. No, I ain't trying to show nothing because there are people that's really out there about that, Skip, will check you and to see if you about that life. Now you got.
You see, we need Skip to say, why do you black people do that? He needs to ask him that question just to get him to get his head to explode.
A lot of bangers say, "Oh, you think you about that? You think it's a game? Why put yourself into that? You a hooper."
Yeah.
You a hooper.
As Lil Wayne said to me the other day.
What? Lil Wayne said to you the other day.
He knows Memphis. It is full of some serious bangers.
Oh, yeah.
Serious.
For sure.
Like if you want that, you can get it.
One of the first, Skip, I don't know if you used to watch this, the first 48. They always was in Memphis. Memphis, about that, Memphis and Atlanta. And, come on, Ja. Bro, just say, get with your people.
This guy's so muscly that he can't even get a suit to not look like he's wearing Under Armour. You can actually see the definition in his deltoids and his biceps in a fucking suit.
And I don't know who allowed them to put this out, Skip, because
it's like he's wearing football pads. He's so big.
John, come on, bro. You better than this, bro. Just speak from your heart. I disappointed you guys. I'm sorry. I got some things going on. Skip, it's got to be something really, really going on. And I don't want to speak. I don't want to speculate, get into conjecture.
All right, that's enough of this. But thank you for the tip. Wow. My God. Ryan says, I've never listened to an audiobook in my life, but would consider it if he was narrating one. Why is he always talk yelling? Shannon Sharp. Yes, he is. He is talk yelling. Tyler says, I want to hear him say, that's right, Dan. What's that from? Oh, that's Lomas Brown. Every time he says, skip, take a drink. Same thing. Rich says, not sure why he's yelling. He sounds like a slightly more intelligent Lomas Brown. It's great. Oh, fuck. Lomas. Oh, God, he is. I had to bite my tongue. You know, I interviewed him on the Huge Show. Hey, Lomas. Hey, how you doing? Oh, God. Thing is, I don't think Lomas is stupid. He just sounds dumb as shit. All right. So that's what's up with Ja Morant. All of this discussion is just like wasted energy, though. There's it's either he's going to get it or he's not. It's just shocking to me that someone who makes that amount of money would risk it all. I mean, that's just dumb. So you obviously have a person who lets the emotion of the moment, riding around with his friends, listening to loud music, dictate his actions, which is a sign of weak brain capacity, low IQ, low intelligence. He's stupid. He can probably get smarter through wisdom, but for right now, he's dumb as shit. He's not thinking. All right. Go back. There was a couple of nice comments, I thought. Let's see. Talking about Maureen last night. Ryan says, Ryan heavily endorses Patreon. Who Are These Zanes is undoubtedly worth the price of admission. Kyle says this is also true, and Who Are These Free Beers will make it feel like we are stealing. Oh, and that is an excellent thing to say. Again, the idea is underprice, over-deliver. The league never discussed if this is happening again. Probably we'll get another 5 games. All right. All right. Somebody just woke up, which means I might need to take somebody to go potty, so I got to hustle. Sign up for the Patreon, Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you. The open and live stream of this show brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. You can call them at 616-532-6600 like I did yesterday. Anything car related, call them and they will help you out. Loaner cars available on request. You can take advantage of that. Drop the car off early, pick it up late, keys in a lockbox, off you go. They do an amazing job there. Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids. Thank you to the Kent County Health Department. Immunizations for the little ones. If not you, then maybe someone you know or love. If the kids need to be immunized, you can get this all for free if you qualify. Call them at 616-632-7200 or online at accesskent.com/health. Thank you. I'm going to come back with Kyle for another edition of Let's Kill. We'll get to him in moments. Stand by. All right. I forgot, but A&E Heating and Cooling here right now. David, working diligently. I went downstairs. The NFKs goes, hey, he's working on the AC. I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot. Jeez. Oh, my God. So he's down there. Joe Martinez right now enjoying the show as we speak. He's off to a great start, is Jason. In fact, you might even be able to hear me. Hey, can you hear me out there? I don't think he can. I got this window open. So anyway, yeah, he's awesome. He goes, yeah, I can hear you. He's getting it on delay. He's listening to the show on the Twitch app while he's outside the window. So that's just fun because I went outside with Darla. I could hear the music playing. I was like, hey, man, what's going on? Okay, it is time to reach out to Kyle for another round of Let's Kill. See what's on his mind. Hello, Eric Zane. Hello, Eric Zane. That doesn't sound like me. Come on.
Eric Zane.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo. Hey, call the other phone real quick.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. My bad. He's got like a landline. What a dumbass.
Eric Zane.
That's better.
Yeah. I didn't want to risk it.
How close are you to franchising dumpster divers? Wasn't that the plan?
Yeah, we're still going through it, man. We just did a bunch of legal crap and whatnot, so we're getting all the documents in place and getting it set up. So hopefully, like another month or so.
So, are you telling me that in order to do this, I mean, you have to then you have to go and market it to other communities? You too can be a dumpster diver's owner, just like kind of like McDonald's, right?
Yeah, and then we got to put like a page like on our website, like like franchise opportunities or whatever. And so then your old pal Kyle is going to be hitting those trade shows, baby, just trying to sell some suckers.
Oh, okay. Wow. Now, has this ever been done in that industry, like franchising dumpsters?
Yes, kind of. Not to like the level of success that we're trying to get. There's like one that's like our most direct competition called Been There, Done That. They are a franchise, but they're like Canadian, like they're like from Canada. But they have like a location here, like a location in Muskegon. So that's like the only one I can think of. I'm sure there's like other little ones around
now
around the country.
Is that what Two Men in a Truck ended up doing? Is that the same? Did they do that concept?
Yeah, yep, and that's why we're doing it, because it worked out freaking awesome for those people.
Yeah, because it was just two men and a truck when it started, however long ago, right?
Yeah, yep.
And then now it's everywhere.
Now it's everywhere, even in like England and Ireland and Canada and all that kind of stuff.
Ryan says, Eric, you should charge him for all this free dumpster diver advertising. And then Tyler writes, perhaps they'd like to be a sponsor on Eric's show.
I know. Yeah, we're not supposed to be talking about dumpster divers right now.
No, I asked, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay, buddy. Well, anyway, what's going on? What's on your mind? You've been following things going on in the world that you'd like to talk about.
Well, let me tell you a couple updates in Kyle's life, Eric Zane. Number one, I bought a riding lawnmower, so I'm officially like a middle-aged white dude.
Okay, now are you riding? Is this one of those zero turn ones?
No. I used my classic abilities that I learned from my mom, which was we're spending the least amount of fucking money as possible.
Excellent.
That we can. So, my dad actually, he was looking for a new lawnmower. So he found this guy that like buys them and fixes them and resells them. So
I love those.
Yeah, got a pretty good little deal.
Yeah, so that's what they do. They, the guy who sold you that or sold it, people like throw that shit out in their front yard. Hey, come get it. It's free. And then they put like $3 of effort into it. And then it runs for another 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it's got like new blades on it or whatever. When we picked it up, my Blue's dad, my father-in-law was like, "You got this for that amount of money?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh fuck, dude! Like this is good." And I'm like, "Well, hell yeah." Then.
Yeah,
you saw my yard. It's a big ass fucking yard. It takes too long to push it.
So yeah, now you got the rider, and have you used it yet? Are you doing it with your shirt off and a beer?
Yeah, no. So I keep the shirt on. Let's keep the old fat gut from bouncing out in public. You know what I mean? So I did it the first time. Oh, it was a fucking disaster, Eric Zane. So here's the controversy that we learned about. I don't know what's going on in the lawnmower industry, but they got to tighten that shit up, Eric Zane. So fucking my pusher, like where I kept it, like the height of the grass was like the second from the top. Like I like to keep it long so it doesn't burn and it keeps it nice and lush. Anyways, the highest that the riding lawnmower goes is like one setting lower than I had the push mower at. So I go to mow it and it was a disaster, Eric Zane. I'm talking like a whole like my grass, like my yard was covered in a whole layer of like hay. Like it looked like and it was just covered. And then of course you try fucking spreading it around and like spraying it around so it mixes in, and then my whole yard was like once that shit started dying, it was like all brown, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude.
Okay, so normally you just let the clippings fall onto the soil, right?
Yeah, and use like the natural fertilizer aspect.
No, for God's sake! And now, but you had to cut it so long because of that. Now it's like, oh fuck me. I think you had to rake it all up at least once.
Yeah, that's what I should have fucking done. But what I decided to do the next day was just go over it again, which actually worked pretty good. And then I just mowed it like 2 days ago or whatever, and that was a lot better. But I got a little work to do on it before it looks all sick as fuck again.
I've yet to find anybody who mows it and then uses that as natural fertilizer to have a yard that looks good. It always looks like cock.
That's here's the fucking funny thing, Eric Zane. My philosophy on mowing the lawn is like, don't fucking be one of those guys that tries too hard. You know what I mean? Like you see like the older guys in the neighborhood and they're out there with like fucking tape measures and fucking tools you've never seen and stuff, like really going hard in the paint on it. I'm not like that. I'm like, let's just put the least amount of effort into it, and which is why I wanted to do just letting the grass fall on the soil anyways. But it's worked great for me. I mean, my lawn is generally pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm probably way off the mark with that, but I like to bag it up, man. That shit needs to be in a landfill. We need to be occupying more space in a landfill.
Absolutely, for sure. No, yeah, I when I was growing up, I always bagged, so like I never really thought about it, and then I started reading up on it when I became a home guy, like a homeowner guy, and I was like, oh fuck, this is the way to go, dude.
All right, so that's cool. What else?
I did the past 3 days. I want to let you know this. I cannot catch a drug hooker lady, dude. It's It's a fucking mystery, dude. Like the other day, I texted you about trying to fucking get over there. The phone rang, so she took off.
Yeah.
And literally yesterday morning, she was just out there. We were getting the truck started, and I was like, I'm not waiting. So I just started walking over there, and she fucking took off, dude.
Oh yeah.
I can't get to the window, dude. She's scared of me, dude.
That is crazy. Maybe if you leave a note. What are you doing here? How can we help you? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'll just get like a mic stand, like a stand-up comedy mic stand, and I'll just tape a note to it, just put it in the parking lot about where she parks.
Yeah, or you can write crazy drug hooker bitch parking only.
Yeah. She'd be like, "What the fuck?" She's like, I guess I shouldn't park here. It's like, no, you are the lady, dude.
And every time you've approached her, she's peeled out, right? She's just waiting there, and then she peels out. So she, no doubt, after she drives away, she calls a fucking John or a pimp and says, yeah, he came out again. I can't suck your dick, you know?
Right. They're like, yeah, cop. She probably calls me like cop Kyle or something like that. She's like, yeah, that cop's out there again. I'm like, I ain't no cop, dude.
Oh, my God. Well, all right. Yeah, people were asking about that. I know at least one person asked you about the update. And occasionally I'll get a picture of her car. I think you sent me a picture.
Yeah. That was the day. I was like sneaking around the corner, and I was like, all right, let me get this picture so Eric Zane knows that I'm about to head out there. And it didn't fucking work, dude.
Yeah. Roll a video file of her free. Like when you see her next time, roll video and then walk up. I want to see her actually take off.
You know what? I will. You know what? Can I? Let me ask you that. You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I send you a fucking video, because I have an Android, I think it's gonna stay fucking tiny. I think I'll just try to send it to you on like Facebook or something, so it can maintain fucking big video quality or whatever.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Rich says, trap her like Family Guy to James Caan, which I don't know that reference. But it sounds funny, so I read it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, anything going on in the world that you want to talk about? I just got done talking about that stupid basketball player, Ja Morant.
What's to be honest with you, I don't even know what. I just know that he like has guns and videos, and people are like flipping out.
Okay, first of all, he's very good. One of the best players you're ever going to see. Spectacular. Right. A couple months ago. And this has happened more than once. He's always waving a pistol around like a dumbass. So he got in trouble for doing it on social media, and the league said, all right, you got to behave like a gentleman. You can't be an asshole. Just quit waving your fucking gun around. They sat him down for a handful of games. He apologized. He said, I'm going to rehab. How the fuck do you go to rehab for waving a gun? I mean,
I can't believe. Okay, that's funny. I'm so glad you just said that, because I'm right there with you. Like, what rehab is that?
Yeah, exactly? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's like me going to rehab for telling people to fuck off. You know, I was like, fuck you. I'm not going to go to rehab for that. That's part of my makeup. It's like asking me not to breathe air. You fucking idiot.
I feel like the fucking. Like, remember how like during COVID they're like, we're doing all this shit because the hospitals can't handle the volume or whatever. I think that probably like rehab places probably are not like set up for that. You know what I mean? So like they're like, all right, he needs rehab for waving his gun around. We're gonna throw him in with the fucking alcoholics or whatever. Right. Yeah. Or we're gonna throw him in with the druggies, and they're all gonna have like heart-wrenching stories, you know. And then he's gonna be like, yeah, you know, I just can't stop waving that fucking pistol around, dude.
It's a complete waste of time. If I was the guy running the NBA, I would say, no, you're not going to any rehab. In fact, I don't even give a shit if you kill people. I don't care. Just stop doing it so that people see it. All right? I don't care. Wave it around. Keep waving it around. Just make sure that there's no camera in front of you. And then that's it. And then the guy's happy. No one gets in trouble. And the best player in the league or one of them, he can tell. Who cares? But you know they're making this. They're really killing this guy over it. And I get it. I understand why they're upset. But at the same time, it's like whatever. You know.
I know the crazy part, and this is like a classic like white guy who is like. I have no gangster qualities whatsoever. I do have street cred, I will say that, but I don't have gangster qualities. So like, I can't imagine like the need to like, you know what, I'm going to hop on social media right now and I'm going to wave the gun around a little bit. Like, I don't understand like if you got in trouble for it, like, I don't understand the need to like, you know what, I'm going to do it again. Unless he was like super fucking hammered or whatever.
I mean, we've all done dumb shit when we were young. So I imagine in 20 years, he'll be like going, fuck, I'm such an asshole. I can't believe I did that. You know, I mean, my God, we've all done dumb shit. So
yeah, that's 100% true.
You know, whatever. But so then what happened was after that first one, and then he went to his social media rehab or whatever the fuck it was, and then he did it again. Like earlier this week, he's fucking in the car, and the music's just loud as fuck, and they're having a good time, and the driver holds up his fingers like he's holding a gun, and John's like, "Oh fuck that! I got the real thing." He pulls out a 9. He's waving that shit around, and that was it. Now he's fucked.
You know what? I feel for the guy. Did I ever tell you the story about when I was at 2 Men in a Truck and I got in trouble for swearing? Did I tell you about this?
No.
Yeah. So I'll make this very short. So don't worry. Not a lot of details here. But anyways. Me and this is at like an annual meeting, right? Where there's like free booze, like at certain events. And it's like, yeah, like drink the booze, have a good time, right? And so me and this guy that I helped open up a franchise, he's like my age, right? Like we like became buds. Like we're just like buds, like having a good time. So we're at the event, we're drinking the booze. You know, everybody's buzzed, or some people are fucked up for sure, but everybody's buzzed. And so I said to him, "You're going fucking ball, dude." Like, you know, just like a no big deal. I just told him, I was like, "You're going fucking ball, dude." And we're joking around about it, having a good time. And then time passes, no big deal. But then I got back from the annual meeting, and then I got called into the HR office. And the HR lady's like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're in trouble for swearing." And I'm like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" And they explained the situation to me. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about." I'm like, "Yeah, we're friends, like blah, blah, blah." And so anyways, I got in trouble, not even from him, like from a third party person who wasn't even in the conversation.
No, they were like in the blast zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So anyways, I'm like, blah, 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 I'm in trouble, whatever. So when I was leaving the office, I go, "Let me just ask you a question." And she's like, "Okay." I'm like, "So you're telling me that I'm an adult," and I'm like, "I was at an adult event with free booze talking to another adult," and I'm like, "And then you're telling me that another adult told on me for swearing?" And I was like, and then we got back here, and I'm like, "And you, who is another adult, is you're like, I'm in trouble now because that other adult told on me, and you are an adult, and you're making me in trouble." And she was like, "Yes, that's basically what's happening." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure."
Wow.
So that's what I feel about this John Morant thing. I feel like he's getting his ass drug over the coals for something stupid.
Wow, that's so true. And when you describe it the way you did, it really is spectacular. Now, I think it's a little different with the job because we live in a society, you know, and with the whole gun thing, oh my God, and people getting killed, and so, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, no one died. So
yeah, that's true.
Man. That is quite a spectacle, to be sure.
I do want to update you last week on the whole not last week, 2 weeks ago, on the whole pork controversy. Remember that?
Wait a minute. I vaguely remember. I always forget what I say or what I am involved in on this show. That was when you were confused about about pork being a particular type of meat, or you thought it was what did you confuse it with again?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm going to tell you what the fuck went down in my brain, so you can understand the level of autism that was present at the moment. But fucking yeah, so I was confused about pork, and I was like, "Oh, that's like a fucking style of meat, right?" And like it covers like a couple of different things. So anyways, I did hardcore research, which is I Googled farm animals and fucking tried to like analyze what I was talking about. Turns out, here's what my brain did. My brain mixed up, even though I know the difference like all the time, like for some reason in the conversation, my brain mixed up pork and poultry. So I'm thinking of what I was thinking of was poultry, and I was thinking of how fucking I'm like, you got like ducks, geese, swans. I'm like, they're all the fucking same thing. And so that's what I was fucking thinking about. I confused poultry and pork, and I really went with it.
Yeah, you did. You really leaned in hard on that. My God, that was spectacular. It was a total flame out. I loved it.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm just dumb.
That's fine. That's fine. You know, it happens. It happens. We're all a little autistic-y.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, have a great weekend, man. I hope you have a good one. I hope everybody's doing okay. Anything else on the top of your mind that you want to mention here?
You know what? The only thing I wanted to mention, because I fucking checked like the headlines around the world of like cool shit going on. Turns out it's been a pretty fucking shitty week for cool stuff going on. I mean, like the big news from yesterday is fucking man indicted in theft of Wizard of Oz slippers. And I'm like, who fucking cares? Like, nobody cares about that. But I do want to say, listen to this one fucking headline, dude. And tell me if you talked about it. It just says, Colorado man tries to trade places with dog to avoid DUI arrest. Have you heard about this?
It's like one of my favorite stories of the past several days.
Okay, so you talked about. Okay, yeah, that's like
I love
that's
it.
like the only cool thing that's happened recently.
Can you imagine being the cop? Because as it turns out, as the guy's pulling over, as soon as the car comes to a halt, the cop sees him change seats with someone.
Yeah,
and then the cop goes up and he says, "Hey," and he goes, "Oh no, he was driving. The guy said the dog was driving."
And that's so fucking stupid.
And then in the back seat, another two more people who were not drunk, and the one is the owner of the car, and and he was in the back seat letting the drunk guy drive.
Oh shit! I did not see that part.
Yes.
And that makes it all the best. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, there's so many layers on that story. It's one of the best. It's just incredible that even happened. It's like they actually said, let's go see if we can get you arrested. Let's see if we can make this happen. Like they were making some fucking viral video or some shit.
I know, dude. That was an interesting one. And the only other one, this is not even really a story. Here's me making up a segment called Here's the News Story. And then I'm going to give an update that I make up about what happened.
Yeah.
So here's the news story. Church members hoping that whoever stole a truckload of organ pipes will repent and shipment can be recovered. And the update is they fucking didn't. They didn't repent. No fucking way.
They probably wanted the metal for scrap to sell.
Right,
fucking
sure.
Idiots. All right. Take care. Love you. Tell everybody I said hi.
All right. Love you guys. Deuces.
See ya. Kyle from Dumpster Divers. The update is, quote, they fucking didn't. First time chat, normally just enjoying the show. David from A&E Heating and Cooling says, get your AC tune up for an extra $20. My father-in-law, Joe, will show up showing his guns. That's his muscles, not guns like Ja Morant. Thank you, buddy. Okay. Thank you to Kyle. Always a good time. Hire me on Cameo. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Just $20. I raised the price recently from 15 to 20. And I've yet to actually have anybody hire me on that. I am probably the least popular person of all of the people on Cameo. There's probably someone on there who is deaf, dumb, and blind who gets more play on Cameo than me. But when I do mine are the best. Cheapest, best, least popular. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Keeping it real. It's just the way it is. Berlin Raceway. There is racing this weekend. BerlinRaceway.com. Get your tickets. $14 when you buy them online. 15 and under kids free. Parking is free. Great racing. Bring a cooler with all the snacks and soft drinks that you want. No glass, no alcohol. Tons of fun. BerlinRaceway.com. Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. If you or your business are looking to upgrade your tech, don't just go and buy new stuff. You got to sit down for a 30-minute complimentary consultation with Blue Frost IT. They'll give you all the recommendations about your business and what you should buy. You're like, hey, I'm going to spend the money. I want to make sure I spend it correctly by buying the right gear. I don't have the expertise, so I'm just going to tell you what I do in my business, and then you tell me what I need. Okay, that's how it works. After that, they're going to help you set it all up after you make your purchase, and then they'll switch you over to being a customer of their managed IT service department. That's what they do for your old pal EZ. Blue Frost IT, 616-200-8550. Don't go anywhere. I've got more to talk about. There's still plenty of show left. But I got to go tinkle. Don't go anywhere. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. Really slow trickle. Dick Trickle. Is that not incredible that there was a guy in NASCAR? His name was actually, I think he's still alive, Dick Trickle. It's a name and a condition. About my appearances on Cameo, Kenny says extras on the show Ted Lasso charge more and make more. Okay, that's like the revenge of Kenny, because I'm not sold on all the Ted Lasso nonsense. I haven't watched a second of it. I'm going on the recommendation from people who have. Like, I look no further than Ben Glaze. I was like, what's up with that shit? He goes, oh, do not. Oh, don't do it. Aram says The Last of Us was a great recommendation. I guess that show Aram watched that you recommended, and he loves it. Aram follows up with, I'm not sure what is going on with your Ted Lasso recommendation. Everyone has a bad one now and then. Kenny, quick to anger, as we all know. He's a rageaholic. Don't let his soft, whimsical side fool you. He's insane. He writes, it's a great show, and then he says, I don't give a fuck if any of you agree or not. So he's a very aggressive man, and that's one of the things that's, you got to kind of peel back the layers. Don't be fooled by this sensitive thing. He's a demon. All right. Want to get to this. Here in West Michigan, where I live, some people are, I've talked, about the unabashed conservatism and the hijacking of the Bible. Where I live, the religious right, they oftentimes take Christianity and then they ruin it by all of Christ's teachings, with the exclusion and things like that. It's not just here in West Michigan. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we as a family are no longer involved with the Catholic Church. It's the whole, you can't get married here if a man loves a man or a woman loves a woman. Or if you change your gender. Shit like that. That's where I stand personally. I don't care where you stand. I'm not trying to convince you anything. But anyway, there's a school district called Grand Rapids Christian, or maybe that's just a school. I don't know. Grand Rapids Christian Schools. They're changing their handbook, and it has to do with who's married. or some shit like that. I don't know all the details. Audio, I'm going to get them right now. Audio check, video check. Here we go.
The top tonight, growing concern about the definition of marriage adopted by Grand Rapids Christian schools.
The Board of Trustees voted to make additions to the staff handbook defining marriage as only between a man and a woman. USA's Taylor.
So the staff handbook, isn't the staff handbook supposed to say, no smoking in the teacher's lounge, don't dress like a whore, try not to have sex with the students? They're defining marriage in the staff handbook? What?
Morris talked with some parents who are concerned about the change to the handbook. She's here now with the latest. Taylor.
Yeah, don't dress like a whore, and only a man can marry a woman, or a woman can marry a man.
O'Brien, parents, alumni, and staff members held a private meeting this evening to go over their questions and discuss what this new policy means for the future of the district.
It wasn't the decision of the parents or the teachers or the students to move forward with this policy necessarily.
According to parents, starting next school year, the staff handbook will state that Grand Rapids Christian Schools believes that God instituted marriage as biblically defined and historically interpreted to be between a man and woman. Back in
Oh my God.
December, the Board of Trustees voted to...
So what they're doing here, they're setting up the ability to, I guess, just fire people, which that's been happening forever. These are not the Catholics, but the Catholic schools, they do that all the time. You know, they kind of like hone in on a chick who, cuts her hair like in a Krantz cut, and they're like, "Hey, you look like a lesbian." "Oh, yeah, I am. I like eating muff." "Oh, well, you're fired."
Approve this new addition. Since then, parents and community members started a petition to protest the change, which now includes more than 2,000 signatures. A group of parents held a private meeting to discuss their concerns about the new policy.
We've also been told that this is a policy that affects staff and not students.
This is a chick. And no, it's not. I'm just kidding. Maybe it is.
If we are telling students it's okay to identify in this way as a student, but you're not welcome to come back and teach here, what are we telling the students then?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the same basis for why we left the church. That argument right there. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I probably should have done this a long time ago. This is a mistake to be here. I cannot support this church that is not including these people. See you later.
Spoke to a mother of a fourth grader at GRCS. She says after she and her family heard the news, they made the decision to remove their son from the district.
Good.
He will start at a new school in the fall.
I was just so sad. I can't continue.
Christianity does not exclude people. That is not what Christ taught. These bastards have manipulated the teachings of Christ to fit their own fucked up, bigoted narrative. That's what's happening here.
To support or keep my child in a system that's going to discriminate or marginalize the population of LGBTQ plus individuals that I care so much about.
We also reached out to GRCS about the changes to the handbook. In a statement, district leaders said the board is committed to continue working together with our teachers and administrators to provide resources needed to nurture the faith and support the mental health and well-being of LGBTQ plus students.
Well, then you're talking out of both sides of your mouth, because what you did in rewriting the handbook does not add up to what you just said.
The board is also taking additional steps to further dialogue with teachers and administrators to reaffirm our commitment to a reformed perspective. And although this only alters the staff handbook, many parents say this could also affect the students.
And that's one of the big concerns here is teachers will go into these discussions wondering.
It's also interesting to me. The bigotry isn't the first example of bigotry with this whole branch of Christianity. If you Like, if you were to go to any of the affiliated churches that associate with these schools and said, hey, I'm a dude and I love sucking dick and I want to get married to this guy, you will not. You will not be allowed to do that. It's against the rules. So, big picture, why is your kid going to that school in the first place? You know? I mean, it's the same. That's very hypocritical of a parent to let their kid go to that school in the first place. This isn't the straw that broke the camel's back. This has been known forever. I'm a complete hypocrite for all the years prior to me giving up on the Catholic Church, for like turning a blind eye to the discrimination that happened under my feet and around me at every turn. So people need to take a good hard look at themselves for why they even let their kids go to that fucking school in the first place.
Is my career going to be at jeopardy if I say the wrong thing, if I show support to a student in the wrong way? And that's really, really, really sad. And it's really potentially very harmful, especially to kids when they're at some of the most vulnerable points of their lives.
Some parents are asking the district to pause implementation of the new policy, but that decision is up to the leaders of the private school. Brian.
Now, you would think that
serving West Michigan,
something like this, you could get sued for discrimination. And I think why they won't is because of it is a private institution and they can do whatever they see fit. If they wanted to, they could say black people can't go here. That's totally up to them. Now, the only way that this gets changed is if people leave the school and stop giving them money and stop donating to it. But I doubt that that's going to happen because there's a ton of bigoted motherfuckers that live around here. Jimmy says, why does everyone sound stupid? Stevie says, because they are, Jimmy. Priests having sex with kids was okay with you, though. This is what it took. At the time, yeah, I was... When priests were having sex with kids, that did factor into my brain. And the subsequent covering up, which was just as bad. I was like, oh, boy. Well, okay. In my mind, this is how I rectified that or made it all make sense in my head. I was like, okay, well, now it's not like that. Now it's not a thing, and now they will fix it. And so I gave my church at the time the benefit of the doubt. And I mean, frankly, I can't say in recent history, maybe it's happened, but I haven't paid close enough attention. It hasn't happened like it did, and I doubt that it ever will. But there's still stories surfacing from way back when where people are coming out and saying, yeah, I was abused, and the church did cover it up. But no, that's... in my own brain, I rectified that by saying, well, that they won't do that anymore. And I believed that because they told me, so I took them at their word. This is a little different, though. That's a criminal thing. And that was a criminal thing where these terrible people acted out and did these terrible things. So it isn't systemic. You know, not every priest wants to put his fingers inside of kids. But the discrimination is systemic. In fact, it's one of the tenets of the church to discriminate. So different. I don't know if you're following me because you're simple, but I think I explained it as simply as I can. Rage out in 3, 2, 1. Stevie says their actions do not match their words. Complete BS. Maureen says, Eric, shortly after you told us you were leaving the Catholic Church, I sat through a sermon railing against the LGBTQ plus community. I was so close to getting up and walking out. Ridiculous. I wish I had, looking back on it. Stevie says, I'm surprised you didn't, Maureen. No, she just shouted the N-word. Yeah, you should. You should leave. Teachers and support staff need to get out of there and find a more inclusive workplace. Times have changed. These religions are so hypocritical, Linda says. God loves everyone except for people that we deem as not worthy. The Catholic Church is the biggest hate group there is, says Rich. Maureen says, I didn't because I didn't want to upset my 84-year-old mother-in-law. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Kent dropped the E out of U, says he graduated from that school. Maureen says, I don't know if I'm strong enough to leave the Catholic Church. Yeah, I was worried about that too. And then when I finally did, it's not that big of a deal. You know what's great about this discussion is we don't have to put up with the former Zaniacs. Can you imagine the bigoted nonsense we would hear if those white trash losers were amongst us right now? Oh, my God. Kenny adds, God loves everyone. It's humans that ruin everything with their personal hatred. Exactly. Exactly. Except for the hatred of Ted Lasso. That is all okay. Stevie says, or Jimmy says, start the Church of Zane. I'll join. Hell yes. Okay. I want to change topics. Something else that's going on locally. There's been more than one incident where a kid brought a gun to school in the biggest school district around here. Grand Rapids Public Schools. Very young kids brought a pistol to school. Now, the one was 7. He got a hold of a pistol. Now, the pistol, when he got it, had no magazine in it and no bullet in the round, or no round in the chamber. It wasn't loaded, but he brought it, bragged about it. The other kid did the right thing, told an adult. They searched the kid's backpack, found the fucking gun, and there was talk about there's going to be charges, and they did drop the charges. I'm thinking, well, wait, are they going to charge the 7-year-old? No, you go after the parents, and they are. And there was another incident, too, where a kid brought a gun, but it was loaded with and charged around in the chamber. Oh, my God. And that was like a week before the kid who brought the pistola that wasn't loaded. So local chief of police, Eric Winstrom, he spoke about it because charges have come down, and they should on the mom and dad.
First up tonight, 2 women have been charged after a 7-year-old brought an unloaded gun to Cesar Chavez Elementary earlier this month.
News 8's Demetrius Sanders was there when the charges were announced, and he joins us from outside of the Grand Rapids Police Department headquarters. Demetrius.
Well, Grand Rapids police say that this is all about adults practicing responsible gun ownership, and now a couple are facing charges after police say their actions led to a student bringing a gun to school.
Now, I want to give these people benefit of the doubt, these 2 women who are charged that lived with this young person. I would love for this to be just an accidental leaving out of an owned appropriately registered pistol. But we're going to throw them under the bus because nothing like that happened.
2 weeks after an unloaded gun was found inside of the backpack of a 7-year-old student at Cesar E. Chavez Elementary, the child's mother and her fiance are now facing charges.
This could have been a very dangerous incident, and so I'm glad we can do something here to provide some closure, at least in this incident.
32.
That's the prosecutor.
year-old Aubrey Wilson, the child's mother, is facing 1 count of 4th-degree child abuse, a misdemeanor with a penalty of up to 1 year in jail and fines. Her fiance, 29-year-old Chelsea Berkeley.
Both babes. So you got a little lesbo action going on here.
is charged with felon in possession of a firearm.
So the mother's fiance, she's a felon. She shouldn't even have a gun. She's going to do time for this.
A 5-year felony. The gun was also determined to be stolen.
So the felon has a gun, a stolen pistol that the kid takes to school. This is so fucked up.
Brought the gun into the home, and the other individual was the one who put the gun in a place accessible to the child that brought it to Cesar Chavez Elementary.
The incident at Cesar Chavez Elementary was the first of 2 involving a gun at GRPS this month. A week later, an 8-year-old student at Stocking Elementary was found.
This one's even worse.
With a loaded semi-automatic weapon, leading to the district's backpack ban.
They're all semi-automatic.
This is the first time and now the second time that I've ever encountered.
This is the chief. Looks like he's got AIDS.
A child that small having a gun in school was new to me, and to see it twice in 1 week period was very alarming.
And there's a possibility of charges being filed in the Stocking Elementary.
Well, yeah.
As well.
One of our top detectives is investigating it, and he's assured me that we'll have this wrapped up soon and forwarded to the prosecutor for review.
Winstrom says if adults are going to possess a gun, they need to do so responsibly.
Especially in the case of an 8-year-old, that was a semi-automatic handgun that was fully loaded with a round in the chamber. So if that gun was manipulated, even through the bag, it could have gone off and killed a child. And the result of that is the result of decisions an adult made.
Now, online records show that Berkeley has been at the Kent County Jail since November of last year on an unrelated case. She is currently serving a 1-year sentence for first-degree retail fraud. She was also convicted.
So the bitch also is a thief.
Of the same charge in 2019. Live in Grand Rapids, Demetria Sanders, News 8.
Boy, that 7-year-old doesn't have a chance in that household.
Serving West Michigan since 19.
Seriously, what a fucking train wreck. My God. Thank you, Rich, for subscribing with Prime. Rich adds, excuse me, banning backpacks was the school's way to stop the issue. I wasn't aware that is the only way to carry a firearm. Do better, Grand Rapids Public Schools, shaking my head. Wait a minute. Are you suggesting that they don't have anything more to do? I'm sure they're well aware. I would say that in the amount of time that's taken place for them to quickly ban the backpacks is a perfect way to start. How do you know they're not doing anything else? And seriously, this isn't the fucking school's fault. This starts at home. You can't blame it's the school's fault that kids bring guns to school. Think about that statement. That's a horribly dumb thing to say. Are you crazy? No. It's these kids who don't have a chance in hell of doing anything with their lives because they live in a household where the piece of shit losers are convicted felons. And waving their fucking pistols around like Ja Morant. That's not the school's fault. That's some piece of shit parents. And it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. You know? That's fucked up. I would say, no books, no book bags, nothing. Everything is online learning. In fact, let's no more schools. If you want to fucking send your kids to school with guns, your kids can't go to school anymore. They're now learning online. That's what, seriously, because too many people die. It's just so fucked up. And then I would have those schools with mercenaries all around it. I'd have a fucking Patriot missile system on the roof of every school. I would be so fearful. I'm so fearful of something happening at a school. I'm like, oh, God, please don't let this be the day that some wacko brings a gun to my wife's school. For fuck's sake. All right. On the Patreon, I am going to share with you my detective work. I have been told that I did some impressive detective work. to locate Producer Joe. Producer Joe checked out after his big resignation. And people have said, where is Joe? Where is he? When is he going to resurface? Now, he hasn't resurfaced, but I found him. I'm as curious as you all as to where any old Joe is. I've found him. I know exactly in the United States where he is. I know who he's hanging out with. I know where he lives. Not only the city, but the actual location of where he lives. I have found him. And I have visual proof to show you. And I will on the Patreon. This is why I'm bringing this up. Please, baby Jesus, let him start a podcast. Convince him, baby Jesus, to start a podcast. That way, we can add to the stable of shows on the Patreon, on the Eric Zane Show podcast, Patreon network. In addition to Who Are These Zanes? Who Are These Freebeers? Who Are These Producer Joes? Oh, my God. I shared the whereabouts with our beloved pal, Crazy Ashley. She's like, God damn, you'd be a good stalker. I said, you're darn right I would. She's doing great, by the way. She's in her quest to find the next Mr. Ashley. And I think she's doing all right. Young Adam Schwab says, I might have to move my noon meeting. In fact, I should probably give her a call real quick. I like to check in from time to time. This is the daughter of the guy who sang, what's that song called? Oh, Denise or Oh, Desiree or some shit. I don't know. She's a very successful entrepreneur. I don't even know what the fuck she does. I'm getting various people telling me, okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
Maybe we'll check in on Patreon. Kenny has a crush on her. He says, tell her I said hi. She's not going to sleep with you. Maybe she will. I don't know. You're pretty lovable. Simple, but lovable. Advertise with me. Reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I'll tell you how it works. Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. Get money out of your home to pay off your high-interest credit cards. Because, you know, if you got a ton of debt on that credit card, you're paying 25% interest right now. That's a sin, for God's sake. Pay that balance, and then you're basically taking that money that you use to pay that balance, and you're paying 6 or 7% interest, which is remarkably lower, and you're spreading it out over the length of the refi. That's smart. 231-332-6505. Otherwise, you will never dig out of that big debt hole with the credit card. And you'll spend thousands of dollars more than you should paying it off. 231-332-6505 from anywhere in the U.S., with the exception of South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Number one in the United States for a reason. Thank you to A&E Heating and Cooling for just tuning up my AC. David did. Senor Martinez, I don't know if he's knocking back Dos Equis or margaritas or something like that. But Joe Martinez, A&E Heating and Cooling, you must reach out to get your AC tuned up. 616-516-8579. I see you right there. Thank you once again for being a longtime sponsor of the show. Kenny says, LOL, Ashley said she met me, but I think she has me confused with someone else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you've met Ashley. I don't think... I've only met her once at the basketball game. I tried to fix her up as Are Zane's sex agent with Steve, the owner of the Grand Rapids Gold. And it was a cataclysmic failure. It was horrible. Joe Martinez is on the roof of a commercial building in Battle Creek, Michigan. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the work week for your old pal EZ. Not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Let me see. What do I have in store for you on that show? It will debut tomorrow. Well, actually, at midnight tonight is when it will drop. Midnight tomorrow. Midnight Friday. Topic... Bit 1, the Gary from the Men's Warehouse NFK shit disaster. Then a classic edition of Dear Meathead. The Four Seasons landscaping debacle for Trump. That was the one where I called. It was next door to a sex shop, and I called the sex shop. My introduction of the blood Nazi, that story in its genuine, true form. And Jackie, my daughter, saw a homeless dude pounding his pud feverishly on the street. We get the bird's eye view and the play-by-play from Jackie. All coming up on Not the Best of, the Eric Zane Show podcast. See how I do this? Look, it's done. I did it all in advance on my platform. Not the Best of EZSP for 5/19/23. Tomorrow I worked ahead. Here's all my show notes. It's a 2-hour, 4-minute show. Look at, see, it says here, Not the Best of, and then it says draft to publish on May 19, 2023 at midnight. It took me 1 minute to do that. So if you do share shows, if you're a listener of me and of Free Beer and Hot Wings, know that there is no excuse for those fucking morons to not give you what you actually paid for. It's a goddamn sin. Okay. Let's do the asshole of the day today. These mic stands, they pick up everything, but I prefer them. If I tap, you can hear everything. Yesterday, the asshole of the day was the chipmunk who stole all the damn bird seed at my house. I was pretty lazy about that. What are we going to talk about here? What did I talk about here? Asshole of the day. All right. I like that, Cole. Okay. This is more of a description from the news story. The Leslie felon gun. Let me add that. Add something to that. Your asshole of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball, is the Leslie felon gun bitch. Try not to leave your guns out, you fucking morons. There you go. That is your asshole of the day for this edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. That is going to do it for me. I hope you've been able to survive all the yelling I did and my 20-something juvenile humor that I did on my show today. Boy, I'm so juvenile. And I yelled the whole show. Oh, God. Kenny nominates shitty parents and generally nominates shitty puppy owners. That's all true. Good luck to Maureen's dog that she's fostering. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Forgot something. My neighbor passed away, and it's really horrible. Now, a little bit of background. His name is Torey Whitten. For 21 years, he was a Grand Rapids cop. And some of you will remember this. This is the guy who I detailed that he, like a decade ago, he got cancer. And he had a very particular type of cancer that, you know how like your lungs are in this chest cavity? Well, so if you're the lungs looking at the walls of the chest cavity, you see these walls all around you. He had cancer of the tissue on the walls of the cavity of the lungs. And he was involved in this radical surgery by this renowned physician who came up with this concept. Rather than dealing with the cancer through chemotherapy, he came up with a different approach. This particular type of cancer on the late Torey Whitten, may he rest in peace, was like chronic acne on the walls of the interior of his chest cavity. Very difficult to treat because it was everywhere. It wasn't just one tumor. It was thousands of small tumors. The procedure he was involved in, which was a success at the time, but his cancer then materialized in other spots in his body and ended up taking his life, sadly. I heard the announcement yesterday. In this procedure, the doc cut him open and carefully removed all of his internal organs inside of the chest cavity and like laid them next to him. And then so he has the doc's looking down at what is a giant bowl. And he then fills that chest cavity with very powerful chemotherapy medicines. And says, all right, let's take a break. And then lets it sit there and kill the cancer. One deal. After you finish the procedure, all the cancer is dead, and then you continue, with the rest of your treatments. It worked. It worked, and he puts them back together. This guy was told when he was first diagnosed that you've got weeks to live or months to live. Well, he's a tough motherfucker. Let me tell you, this guy. And I had that impression about him. I was kind of drawn to Torey by the way he carried himself. I remember I first saw him at like the YMCA one time, and his kids went to school with my kids. In fact, Jackie walked with his son at graduation. Jackie had a crush on him too when she was a kid. Nice family. Great. They're just fantastic. In fact, they live right behind me. They ended up moving to the neighborhood. Where was I? Oh, I met him at the YMCA, and he approached me, and he was real cocky as fuck. And I was like, oh, and I thought I was hot shit, And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He's intimidating me. And Dan goes, oh, that's Torey. He's a cop. Yeah. He's got like 100-pound dumbbells in one arm. I'm like, who the fuck does he think he is? You can't talk to me like that. And then, that's what I did. I complained to my wife rather than talking to him. But then I was like, you know what? He's kind of cool. I like this guy. And I was kind of drawn to him by he just carried himself in just a pretty cool manner. Biggest Michigan fan you'll ever find, by the way. I mean, like, big time. this started a long, long road of beating the odds because the doc said, "Oh, you got a few months. You're going to be dead." He said, fuck you. And sheer determination and will. And so a lot of good years spent with his family despite all of this chaos that the disease did to him. He ended up retiring early as a cop and then immediately picked up another job. He was selling RVs over at Terrytown. In fact, he was the one who introduced me to the folks at Terrytown to get them to be a sponsor back in the day. They're not anymore, but they did for a period of time. He also sold windows at a great place called Irish Home Improvement or something like that. And so, yeah, I found out a couple of weeks ago that hospice came in. I was like, oh, boy. And did everything they could to make him comfortable. So I just wanted to say that rest in peace, Torey Whitten. You got a great family, and everybody is going to miss you. You're a wonderful dude, and may you rest in peace. Folks, that's going to do it for me. I hate to end on a sad note, but you know what? Honestly, this man, he deserves nothing but praise. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to him and his family. Let him know that I'm thinking of him. Okay, everybody, I'll talk to you on the Patreon a little later. Thank you. Have a good one, and bye-bye.
It's Jeep 4x4 season. Make your next adventure epic and hurry in now for great deals. Now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $489 a month for 24 months with $3,809 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution, at least through Ally Financial. Extra charge for miles over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31/23. Jeep is a registered trademark.